Okay, let's have a look at combat. Obviously, we are not playing with advanced rules and we are just employing a very, very small edge of the new slit engine because we want to keep this demonstration as simple as possible. And because part of our engagement is to allow new players to enter the historical gaming, and we don't want the shield overwhelmed. So what we can immediately see is that we have several new engagements, and so the rules states that all the new engagement must be resolved in the impulse. But it is the attacker that must choose the order in which each is in which the combats are resolved. So in this case we want to start resolving this battle here in X0606. Why? But not any reason, but in this case just because it is very easy. To do that we have a very detailed and streamlined combat sequence. So you have just to follow the combat sequence, and remember that firepower is color coded. So red is triple fire, white is double fire, and black is single fire. Single fire means it's at 6, while double fire 5 and 6, and triple fire at 4, 5, and 6. So in this case, we can skip the first thing, support fire, so all the left column, because there is not any support fire. There is no air-to-air, there is no pioneer, there is no anti-air, there is no airstrike, no artillery, and so we can immediately go to showdown. As you can see, thanks to this kind of blocks that has sharp edges, there is no issue about moving them because of the edges are very sharp. So we go to close combat, and number 7, mines and defensive works. As you can see, each one rolls a die, and they hit at 6. So I'm rolling 3 dice and scoring nothing. Now it is the Commonwealth time to reply, so I'm going to roll how many dice per block? 4? No, 3. Because, as you can see, the presence of the defensive line or the shield reduces by 1 the number of dice rolled by the other player. So in this case, instead of rolling 8 dice, I'm going to roll 6 because of the defensive line. However, I'm going to hit at 5 and 6. And now, if you trust me, I have scored 3 hits. They are here. Okay, I have lost another die, but it was not a success. So 3 hits are enough to eliminate all the defensive works in the X. Sorry, Joachim Marcel, I know you can't fight in this battle. Let's have a look at a more complex battle. For example, this one here in X0604, where we have several support fire. For example, Pioneer at 4 and a couple of artillery from adjacent axes, and also 4 air units. So basically the Commonwealth in this case is putting a lot of effort in, and they will be rolling 4 dice for the 4 pioneers, but because of the defensive lines they will roll 1 die less. So 3 dice instead of traditionally 4. In this case, as you can see, I've scored 1 hit. Rule says that hits must be taken in a precise order. So, first of all, mine. So Pioneer basically have eliminated a mine, and we can now remove maybe the Pioneer marker from the battle along with the mine. Second, we have, after Pioneer, we have anti-air. So in this case, the German and the Italians rolls one die each because they both have anti-air and they score nothing. Now we have anti-air strike, so we have 4 air, 4 dice, but -1 because of the defensive line. So 3 dice. 3 dice, and I have scored 3 hits. With 3 hits, things start becoming complicated for the Axis, because aircraft cannot hit mines, obviously, for most. So the first hit must be taken by the defensive line, and the other 2 hits must be taken by the 2 units, probably. So, sorry, 1 hit each. Now we have anti-air, artillery fire, but as the defensive line has been already eliminated, both the artillery are going to roll 4 + 4, 8 dice, and they have scored 3 hits. Artillery cannot hit mines, so 1, 2, and now the third hits. I guess it must be taken by the Italian because it is a weaker unit compared to the Germans. So artillery has fired. Now we have close combat. Close combat, in this case, it is a static battle because one side has a defensive work, so defender first, and the defender has 1 mine and 1 black pip, each hitting at 6, so nothing in this case. Our Australians are attacking along with the Scottish Highlanders, so each block roll 4 dice, hitting at 5 and 6. The first one 2 hits, and it is enough to eliminate the unit. So after firing, I forgot to reduce and conceal artillery, and the fighting here is over as well. Just to give you an idea, it is very risky to attack positions where the Axis has a combination of 3 different elements, so mine, defensive, lines, and blocks, and we attack without support fire. But this will be the subject of another video. Thank you for watching. Ciao, ciao.